We did like a survey with about 200 consumers. It came out there that a lot of the things we thought were also things that other people thought. For example, was the E-number question, I mean with additives and so on, where nearly half said that it could actually determine whether they buy a product or not. And they also mentioned spices they would like to see, pepper and chili and garlic and quite distinct flavors that they thought were missing. We wanted something with nicer texture and so on to keep the crunchiness of the ingredients, since so many products felt mushy. We wanted a vegan product, which narrowed down our alternatives drastically. I mean, we couldn't use certain additives, for example, to hold the product together. Eggs were out since they're animalistic, so the first real problem was to actually get it to hold together and not fall apart. We quickly realized that it was very different to cook here when something was potentially going to be mass-produced like this product than from cooking at home in your kitchen. Optimizing the temperature of the burger in the oven it's to make sure that the starch behaves the same way every single time we do something. From the beginning, all the prototypes had beets, red or yellow beets, and potatoes and carrots as a base. But then we applied different spice combinations. And then we had a consumer panelist test where only vegetarians and vegans tried those three. And the final one was then based on yellow beets, carrots and potatoes. And it also had fresh chili and lemon pepper and several types of seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. And those were both because it looked very nice in the burger, we thought, with some pieces of different kinds, but also very much for the crunchiness that we wanted to achieve.
Well, the task of the project was to develop a product that was based on bananas. And then we brainstormed and brainstormed and brainstormed, and then we came up with the idea of making it into a flour. First we cut the bananas, and then we boil them for a little bit, then we dry them, then we mix them up a little bit to make them smaller to fit into the mill, and then we mill them into a flour. We wanted to reduce the food waste that came from bananas, so we decided to use the peel as well, which makes the most of the waste. The advantages of the flour is that it's gluten-free, it contains dietary fiber, which is good for your gut health, and because it's sweet, you don't need to add, when you bake with it, you don't need to add extra sugar, or you can lower the amount of sugar in the baked product. We can see lots of different applications and potentials on the market. You can use it, for instance, in pancakes or in other types of cake where you want a little bit of sweetness from the banana.
We were challenged by the university to make a full new product. This year it was a comparison with the company, Lund, so they asked us to produce it with beans so that the Swedish people would be more attracted to beans and lentils. So we decided to make a chocolate spread so we could use the healthy properties of beans, of proteins and fiber, so that you could have a sweet treat.
So the product has a little bit of a more grown-up taste in compared to other chocolate spreads because of the coffee and the vanilla. And yeah, we think that would fit well with the health profile of the product.
Yeah, we did several trials and we tested many types of beans, and we concluded that the brown beans was the best because they had nice spreadability. And it's about 50% beans in the product, so it's we wanted it to be healthy. And about the flavors, we didn't want it to taste beans because so we added chocolate, cocoa, and coffee, and slight of vanilla.
Yeah, so as you can see, the chocolate flavor is very rich. There's a lot of cacao in there, and it's also very creamy. We don't really know right now what will happen with it, but we think it's a nice product, and it would be nice if we could develop it further.
We have developed a vegan mud cake, and it is vegan and gluten free, so it serves even for the people with gluten intolerance.